Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope everything is good. I made a thing today. I actually made something with my hands after work today, and it's just a simple little like pencil, pen, and ruler pouch for the front of my sketchbook. It's just leather that wraps around the cover. This is deer hide, so it's nice and stretchy. And there it is. I made it. And it felt interestingly good to make something, because I haven't made anything. Like I said, I think I said yesterday, I haven't made anything in like a month. And that includes, that's anything. I haven't made anything in a month. So it felt good to actually just use my hands and my brain to come up with, a solution to a problem that I had, which is I don't want to carry pens and pencils in my pocket, but I want to have my sketchbook and be able to sketch whenever I feel like it. That's my solution. And speaking of not making anything, that stands true for here. And I've had a lot of introspection about this show over the last few weeks, and I think part of it is because next Friday is 1,000. Not a month from now, not next Friday, 1,000. And we talked earlier in the month, or last month, about doing something for 1,000. And so far I've done nothing. I have done nothing. Not a single shot or idea has come to me to how to put together a 1,000th episode. And at this point, I feel like it's just going to be another me sitting in front of the camera talking. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what it has to be. Because, truthfully, for a while there, I thought that 1,000 was going to be my announcement that I was going to stop. And not stop entirely. At least not intend to stop entirely. I was just going to stop doing this daily. And the reason is that I have not been creative for years now, and I thought that this show was going to be a creative outlet for me when I started it. But what I realized is that very quickly is that a show, when this began, it was going to be a show. That was the intention, and I still call it my show, but it's definitely not my show. There's no show here. There's just a 40-year-old dad talking in front of a camera. The intention was to make it a show, like to have a concise topic each day to talk about, to get viewer participation involved in that conversation. Not necessarily a news show, but like, mix in current events, mix in movies, books, video games, mix in, just evergreen life topics, advice. I thought that I could have a bit of a talk show, a bit of a monologue, the daily, the night show monologue in a digital format produced in my garage. But what I learned is that if I was to actually do that, that would take multiple hours out of my day. And I don't have multiple hours. I mean, I do, but I have a job. I go to work for 8 hours every day, and I work, and it's a creatively fulfilling job. It's, I work all day, and then I come home, and I have a family, I have children, I have a girlfriend, I have personal time, I have life, I have a dog, I have practices, soccer, and gaming with friends. There's a whole lot going on. So to say that, to do a proper show would take me 2, 3, 4 hours a day to put it together. And I don't have that time. I don't have that time on any kind of consistent basis. So the fact that this show has been daily means that it's never going to be more than this, than just me sitting here talking. Unless, for some weird reason, we started to grow the audience to the point that the audience could support me sitting here talking, and I could, this could become my job. If this could become my job, then suddenly I have freed up 8 hours a day to focus on this, and then I could put together something. But I don't want that. I have no desire to do that, so don't. But, so the thought was at 1,000, I'll stop doing it daily, and I'll change the name to just, my shed or Chevee's shed or something like that, and I'll publish videos more when I feel like it, when something inspires me. The problem is, I know myself, and if I were to make that change, it would be something like, you know, for a couple of weeks I would post 2 or 3 videos, and then a month would go by, and then 2 months, and then a year, you know, and it would get to the point where I just wasn't posting videos anymore because I wasn't inspired, and because the videos weren't getting any traction, and it just was no incentive for me to continue. So this is going to continue. I'm going to keep doing the diary. I'm proud of it. I'm oddly proud of doing this show for as long as I have. I'm oddly proud of those of you who watch it every day. I'm oddly proud of everything that I've accomplished here, that nobody knows about, you know, that is just a personal journey. And I want to continue documenting the personal journey. And I think this is the way to do that for myself. And this is the way to do that for basically anybody who's interested in watching. So making something creative on my free time today felt really good, and I want to continue to do it. I took some pictures, I posted them on Instagram, but I didn't do anything else. And I think that I think it's coming to a head. I think that something's going to happen, whether it's the gaming channel, which I still fully intend to do. I just have to find the confidence to do it. Or it's in this shop making goofy little projects, and maybe I can get M to film it so that I don't have to worry about camera, and we can just put together 3 or 4 minute videos of me making something. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I do that on a different channel every now and then, and that fulfills that kind of creative need. I don't know, but I do know that I like making things, and I want to continue doing this. I do know that. So thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Tell me a random fact.
According to NASA, astronauts grow up to 3% taller during their time in space.
3%? How long does that take? 3%. That's significant.